Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a brief tutorial for you guys on how to curl with a large barrel curling iron. I'm going to use the GHD curling iron and it's in a 1.25 inch. So I'm just going to pin my hair up out of the way, and I typically do 3 sections. If your hair is a little bit finer, you can do less sections, and if it's thicker, then you will need to do more. Most importantly, make sure that you are brushing through each section before you put the iron in. And then I'm going to pull the iron through all the way to the ends just to smooth it. And then I'm going to start rolling at the top, and I'm going to leave about 1 inch out at the ends. And then I'm going to pull that down and pull it kind of straight through the ends. So that first section was curled away from my face. I'm going to brush the next section. This one's going to get turned towards my face. So again, I'm just kind of smoothing out that section of hair to start with. And then this one is going to get rolled towards my face. So again, clamping in the middle, turning, clicking, and feeding the hair through until I have about 1 inch left of hair at the bottom, and then I'm just going to pull that straight down and straight through the ends. So I am going to turn this next section again away from my face. So I'm just alternating that forward and backwards, forward and back as I work my way around the head. I'm going to speed this up a little bit just because it's going to be the same. But I always start each section in front of my face or right beside my face away. And that's just a personal preference. I kind of like that shaggy 70s vibe. And so that definitely is going to give you that kind of Farrah Fawcett kind of front section. So again, just brushing through. This section's going to get turned towards my face. And I just kind of use my fingers to feel around for the back. You can use the mirror to check and make sure everything's getting curled as well, but usually you're going to be able to feel. Okay, so I'm going to take the middle section and I kind of just go from recession point to recession point. If you have a side part, you can kind of change that up a little bit. And I did want to note that prior to curling my hair, I sprayed Sasha One Thermal Protectant Spray in. I like it because it helps the iron to run in smoothly. And then it's also going to act as a barrier between your iron and the hair, which is really important. And these sections right around your face, because I kind of have a curtain bang type section, you're going to notice that when I put the iron in, I kind of drag it forward whenever I'm curling. So this section I'm still alternating away from the face and towards the face. I don't know if you guys noticed on that very first section, but you'll see it on the other side as well. Those sections right in front of my face, I'm going to push towards my face and then roll back away from my face. Okay, so just speeding this up, I'm going to turn this one away from my face, unroll it, and then I'm going to feel around the back. Kind of, I'll be able to tell what has a curl and what's still straight. So just working my way around the head, and people always ask, how do I curl the back of my head? If your hair's long enough, just kind of pull it around so that you can see it from the side. So this front section, I'm brushing all of that forward. You see how I'm brushing towards my face. And then I'm going to put the iron in, smooth that out, push it towards my face, push it forward, roll it back. You don't have to alternate the direction of your curl. If you want something that's very kind of like retro and Farrah Fawcett, then just keep all of your curls going in the same direction. I like alternating just because it's going to give you a little bit more, it's going to give you more of like a wave effect versus it being like perfectly round curls, because everything's not going to clump together. So just dragging it kind of around to the side so that I can still see what I'm working on. And so much of the back I just do by feel. Okay, so because I have a curtain bang, I'm going to kind of work in triangle sections right in front of my face. So you're going to see me go down, see that little triangle? And then same thing that I did on the other side is I'm going to push that forward. I have cowlicks in the front, so it makes it a little bit harder for me. So I'm getting as close to my root as possible, and then I'm pushing that towards my face, rolling back just ever so slightly and leaving just the end free. In the top section, I will typically all curl away from my face just to give it a little bit of consistency. So again, pushing forward, rolling backwards. And those triangular pie-shaped sections in the front, if you want that swept curtain bang, that's so important. If you're blow drying as well, blow dry them that direction, and that's gonna help them to lay a little bit better. Brush out the roots, brush it forward towards my face. Put the iron in as close as possible, and then push forward, roll back. I have a little bit of breakage where I'm super blonde around my face, so that makes it a little bit harder, just making sure that I get all of those little hairs in the iron. So again, just rolling everything on that top section away from my face. And if your hair has a tendency to split in the back like mine tends to split almost all the way down the back of my head. I have some cowlicks there as well. Then I will try to curl the hair towards the direction that it wants to split away from, and that'll help keep it from splitting. Making sure that I'm brushing out every single section before I put the curling iron to it. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of solidify in any little like crimped edges or anything like that. So you want to just make sure that you have super clean sections to start with. Okay, so I'm going to take Sasha One hairspray, and I'm going to use the Strong and Flexible hold. And I'm just going to spray this through kind of the underneath sections as well, just so that it gets at my roots as well. Through my ends. And then I'm going to rake my fingers through it, and I'm going to kind of spread out the curls. Run my fingers through, and then I'm going to kind of grab from underneath and on top and just spread everything out, give it a nice amount of volume. Spread it out. And then the sections right around my face, because I have that little bit of breakage, sometimes I need to go in with some hairspray just to get those little baby hairs down right there. So I'm going to hit those with a little extra hairspray, use my fingers to kind of smooth those down. And that's it. Thanks, guys.